Hello there, how are you? Good day, good evening, good day to you. It's episode 351, and today I want to tell you about something I was listening to while brushing my teeth. Yes, I even listen to books and podcasts while I'm brushing my teeth. Hey, it's 2 minutes. I get 2 minutes in. If I'm listening to a book, it's 3x speed, so that's like 6 minutes of information. And if it's a podcast, it's 2 minutes, 2x speed, so it's 4 minutes. And I had to stop brushing my teeth and take notes. And it was, here it is. Are you ready for it? Vulnerability is the basis of all connection. Oh, yes, I did it. I said it. Vulnerability is the basis of all connections, of all relationships. Think of a time when you created a connection without being vulnerable. When it doesn't happen, when you really create that connection, when you are connected to that individual, when you feel there's a connection. I've got another word. When you feel there's a connection, when you feel there's something between you, it's because you've shared something vulnerable about yourself, or they have shared something vulnerable about themselves. How many times do you feel more connected to somebody who is being vulnerable with you, is sharing and being open, being honest, and ultimately being vulnerable? It's all about being vulnerable. How many times have you felt more of a connection, felt close to that person when they are being vulnerable? That's how deep and meaningful connections are made. When with your wife, with your partner, with your kids, guess when the connections are made deeper? It's when you are vulnerable, when you are open, when you are honest, when you are being true to who you are, when you are being the real you. That is when connections happen. And it doesn't happen if you have relationships that don't have vulnerability, that wasn't born through vulnerability, that wasn't born through openness, honesty, then you have a surface relationship. We all have loads of these relationships. I won't go into names and stuff, but you go through different areas of your life, I believe. And one of the areas I used to, obviously, when I went through a time where most of my friends just went to gym and then they went around town on the piss, on the drink. And so most of my friends were people like that. And there was decent relationships there, but was there any long lasting relationships? I used to know loads of people. We all used to go out, we used to have a great time, but it was a surface level connection. There wasn't any real vulnerability there. Yes, we did connect on a deeper level with certain people, or I did connect on a certain level with certain people, because then they get vulnerable. But without that vulnerability, without you being vulnerable, without them being vulnerable, without somebody being open and honest and willing to allow that vulnerability in and talk about it, then there is no deep connection. I have friends that I'm no longer friends with in the past, not because there's anything wrong with them, not because there's anything wrong with me. It's just because we never connected on that deep level. We only connected through beer, having a beer on a Saturday night or a Friday night, and we only connected on a surface level. And for me, the better relationships are the open relationships, the honest relationships, when you can be vulnerable. So if I can leave you with one thing, vulnerability is the basis for all connections and all relationships. I so believe this to be true. And if you think about a relationship you've got right now, there isn't a deep relationship. You can't have a deep relationship without honesty, openness, and vulnerability. Without those three factors in a relationship, it can only go so deep. It can only go surface level. I think this is so powerful. I'm talking about being depressed tomorrow. There's a big note, massive note. I can't really go through it all right now, but to tell you what it's about. But it's from Mindvalley, and it's about being depressed. So yeah, looking forward to going through that to you tomorrow. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.